Hey guys, welcome again to the Maths Club. If you are just joining us, so welcome. Please subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and if you know somebody's channel can be helpful too, please share. In the previous video today, we talked about circuit theorems, and I watched it and I felt we didn't do enough justice to the alternate segment theorem. So this video is basically about the alternate segment theorem, how you're going to find the two angles that are equal in an alternate segment theorem. So you can always go back and check what is the theorem actually saying. This one is just a practical example of how you can find the two angles. So these are first circle. So let's say we have a tangent that touches the circle. So these are tangents here. Let's call tangents P, Q. Great. Then at the point where the tangent touches the circle, that middle point, we now draw a chord from it. So these are chord. Let's call the chord AB. You agree with me that this chord divides the circle into two segments. So this is one segment, this place here, this big part. You can call it the major segment, and you have this other smaller part, which is the minor segment. Basically, this is the segment of the chord that we're interested in, because it is at this point, see this chord, it makes the angle with this tangent. So let's say the angle that that chord makes to the tangent is alpha. Right, so this is basically the segment we're looking at, or our primary focus. Now, imagine from the point, this point A, you enter the alternate segment, which is the other segment, and you draw a line from the point A up to the circumference. Also, to point B, inside the alternate segment, you draw a line from point B up to that point where the first line stopped at the circumference. So that's our point C. What you have here is, you have an angle here. Remember, we had the chord. We drew this point to the circumference. We drew from this point to that point on the circumference too. That angle is the beta angle. So from the alternate segment theorem, our alpha is equal to the beta. Great. So draw your tangent, draw your chord. From that chord, extend to the circumference in the alternate segment. At point B, extend to the circumference, that first point in the alternate segment. So you form like a triangle. So the angle, those two external lines from the chord points make between themselves will be equal to the angle the chord makes with the tangent. That's basically what the rule is saying. Now look at this other example. Let me just do something else. We have a tangent here. This is PQ, right? Also too, from here, the point where the tangent hits the circle, the center point, I draw something like this. So these are chord, right? Chord AB. Similarly to, I can extend from this A up to any part on the circumference in the alternate segment, because these are segment of reference. These are alpha, right? And then from B2, I'll join. Great. So if I call this point C, where is our beta? Is it at angle A? Yeah. Is it at angle B, or is it at angle C? Great. So it's at angle C. So these are beta. So our alpha 2 is equal to beta. Remember, this is the center of the circle. Great. So if at this point here, I have something like this. And this angle here is 100 degrees. Can I find beta? Can I find alpha? Yes, I can find beta by saying 100 divided by 2. This will give me 50 degrees. Can you give me justification for this? Great. So angle at the center, I think it's inscribed angle at the center, something like that, right? Which says that the angle at the center is twice that at the circumference. So if this guy is 100 degrees, this guy is 50 degrees, and if my beta is 50 degrees, automatically I know what my alpha is, because alpha is equal to beta from inscribed, I think the theorem is inscribed central angle theorem. So central angle theorem, and then alpha is equal to beta from, let me just move this so you can see it. So alpha is equal to beta from alternate segment theorem. This is very, very important, right? I had to come back to really watch it, because if you don't really understand this, you will just solve questions without you gaining a deep understanding of. We are not just solving questions, we want to understand why, right? So if you found this video useful, please like the video, subscribe to our channel if you have not. And in the next video, is looking at example from recent years, 2023 to I think 2021. So there are a lot of questions on this. It's a very, very important question, or it's a very, very important topic rather. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.